everybody. So people want me to make a video about the Kovaloev fight with Bernard Hopkins. Like I tell people all the time, like Bernard Hopkins is the main thing that keeps Bernard Hopkins around so long is that he's never been beat up. He's never been beat up, like he said, and he's always in great shape. He never has to fight the scale. See, a lot of times these fighters, get beat up because they got to fight the scale first, and then they got to fight the second time. Like when Bernard Hopkins fought William Joppy. I always liked William Joppy. I always thought William Joppy was a great fighter, and he had when you look at his body, he looked physically strong. But then I saw William Joppy jumping rope with a plastic suit on, and that was a red flag right there. I tell you, whenever you see fighters training with a plastic suit on, something is wrong. That means they're not eating right. But Bernard, I like that. My favorite fight with Bernard Hopkins is when he fought William Joppy, because he beat the shit out of William Joppy. And the thing about the way he beat William Joppy is that he slowed him down. He slowed him down because William Joppy got good hand speed, but Bernard Hopkins slowed him down. And then Bernard Hopkins didn't even look like he was in a fight after the fight. William Joppy looked fucked up. But like I always tell people, you look at the guys that beat Bernard Hopkins. The ones I remember was the main guy that beat Bernard Hopkins was the guy Jeremy Taylor from where is he from? He was from Arkansas. And he's not a good fighter, but he made Bernard Hopkins fight him back. He kept pressure on Bernard Hopkins. Like when I used to fight, we used to run a 6-minute mile. You had to run a mile in 6 minutes. When we would do 3 of them. When I say we, I mean that was Don Turner's regiment. He said if you could run 6-minute miles, that means you could fight all day. A marathon runner, that's what they do. They train for 6-minute miles. But Bernard Hopkins is always in shape, and that's his main thing. He eats right. He never has to fight the scale. And I just knew Kovaloev was going to beat him because Kovaloev is stronger than Bernard Hopkins, and he makes you fight him back. Manny Pacquiao is not a great fighter. He just makes guys fight him back. Henry Armstrong, he made guys fight him back. Aaron Pryor, he makes you fight him back. And if you don't fight him back, you're just going to get knocked out. And like I always say, I like Bernard Hopkins as a fighter, in his discipline. Same thing with Floyd Mayweather. The guy's got a lot of discipline, but Floyd doesn't. Floyd is a safety-first fighter, and Bernard Hopkins is a safety-first fighter. They never take risks. They never take gambles. They never get upset in the fight. Like Sugar Ray Robinson used to take gambles. Sugar Ray Leonard used to take gambles, and he'll try to knock you out. That's what Bernard Hopkins and Floyd Mayweather don't do. They don't gamble. They don't take risks. They safety first the whole fight. And another thing they do is that people don't realize is that they break your rhythm. And all you got to do to break a guy's rhythm is touch him. Once you touch a guy, he got to start all over again. And that's what Bernard Hopkins is good at. I never thought he was a good fighter. I always said he stink up the gym. His style stinks up the gym. And the only thing that makes him exciting is the guy that he's fighting. Like people want to see Trinidad knock Bernard Hopkins out. People want to see William Joppy knock Bernard Hopkins out. People only like really, really good fight fans like Bernard Hopkins' style. Those are the only ones that really like his style. But I'm over saying he's a safety first fighter. Him and Floyd Mayweather, they don't take risks. They rarely ever jab, and when they do jab, they jab into the body, and that's just to break the guy's rhythm and to break him down. And that was just my take on it. I think Kovaloev fought a good fight, and it's gonna be a long time before somebody beats Kovaloev because he looks like he's always in shape. That's just my take on it, y'all. I'll check y'all later.